What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36 coming to you live from the NFL Combine, the 2024 NFL Combine to be exact. Been trying to have a show and all of this stuff, and man, let me just tell you, man, it has been absolutely nuts, absolutely crazy. Trying to share this. One thing I hate doing is disappointing people, and I don't like to over promise and under deliver. That's one of the keys into business that you can't do. But it's been nuts, man. That's all I can say. I really can't stress exactly how crazy it's been here. And my guy Steve can attest to it. See him right here. He's been following me around, getting some camera work. Did you get a picture with me and J Trav, or you just got video with me and J Trav? Oh, I thought you sent me something. But anyway, so we got a number of Florida State guys that are going. We got some video footage, some stuff. I promise you guys, like, if I can show, wait a minute, can I? Yeah, I can't even show it on that screen. I wonder if I put up YouTube. Oh, no, I can. I can do it. I'm going to show you guys that I'm not seeing you. I'm literally trying to up this content. It's like all kinds of shit here. And like I started this Keon Coleman thing, and it's at 78%. That was at 9 a.m. I had 20 things we're trying to upload yesterday from the morning that never uploaded. So we're gonna go through individually, one by one, post this shit. There's some really good stuff, really good questions, very engaging. I like to ask those open-ended questions in situations like this. Because it lets them talk. And I had somebody talk, they were talking about it on Sporadics yesterday, and they were just, how do you know just not coach speak? How do you know it's not this? And I'm like, man, when you ask an open-ended question and you let people be able to elaborate and you let people be able to talk, you typically are able to get the genuine feelings out of them. Now, there is one that I won't speak on because I want my members to go in and I want you to listen to this shit, because not gonna lie, threw me for it. It really confused me. If there was one player who is going to go off the beaten path and say what the fuck he felt, it was this one player. But he didn't. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But it did show all the reasons why a lot of us actually genuinely like this kid. It actually like how we fell in love with the guy. And I won't say the name, I won't say who he is, but I will say, yeah, you sent me that. That's the travel one you sent me. I'll say the kid knocked the interview portion out the park. But I know this: if you are an FSU fan, it's tons of ammunition for people who say that Florida State is releasing players. There was a couple of quotables. Trey Benson, best decision I made in my life was to come to Florida State. Nobody wanted me. But you hear other fans say, oh, man, you just got this. You can't recruit your own. To hear a guy say that nobody wanted me because I had no film, and Mike Norvell believed in me since he recruited me at Memphis, that was one thing. Johnny Wilson said, I thought my career was over. Like Johnny Wilson, literally, and Johnny Wilson is one of those guys that other fan bases say, wait till you don't have Johnny Wilson anymore. Did Johnny Wilson literally say, I thought my career was over? To hear Jay Trav say something, I think Jay Trav kind of matured a little bit and said, like, I might have said some things a couple years ago that 23-year-old Jay Trav won't say right now, which I thought was kind of cool to hear him say that. Then Keon talked good. I'm trying to think if there's a guy like these guys really speak highly. Now, this is the last day of interviews. Now, today we're going to see a show put on by Jarian, Jaheim, and Nardo. I think. Well, Keon didn't say what time he was going to run in the 40. Trey didn't say what time he was going to run in the 40. But we do have exclusive audio of Johnny Wilson saying what time he's going to run in the 40. I'm going to post it. I pray he runs that time because it's definitely going to be used. I don't think he's going to run that time. I'm just going to say that. That's just me. I don't believe in. And I'm putting this on record so that I can say when he does run the time, I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. The motherfucker's a long strider. But all that being said, on the road to riches and diamond rings, real fullbacks do real things. We're trying to get. We're over 5,000. We're 620 still away from getting to that magical number of 6,000. Once we get to 6,000 subs, we will be giving away a gift of $500 to a random listener, and then we will have 2 member drawings, one of which they'll get $100 or the amount of likes, whichever is greater, and then we'll give 2 of those away. So make sure we're getting to those numbers. Make sure we're pushing it. Again, guys, one of the things that you're not seeing is, and it's the wildest shit to me, the only people covering Florida State here are me and Florida State social media. Like, you would think with 12 people, with 12 guys, that somebody would have sent somebody. And you would think that with only one person covering it, that you would actually have more feedback, more content. But right now we got 22 eyes on us. And I think most of them are with YouTube. Well, our numbers were in those 100. So hopefully get those coming up. Please go tell a friend to tell a friend as we're pushing into. So while I'm flying blind, Miles. I'm not flying blind. I got my trusty notes right here because we would have had the show last night if we could have. But there's 3. You got. I saw my guy Fatal Jedi. I don't know what happened to him last night, so hopefully he'll see this and we'll be able to catch up. What up, Chris? With Sporadic, we'll be able to catch up and hang out tonight. That flight probably wore him out though, but we were able to see that. He got a chance to meet Rob DeLoach. Let me Pop DeLoach. We'll get to that. We'll get into that here as we go down. Look on that. I did eat some shrimp cocktail. It did clear my. It was a little too strong for me this go around. It fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first one I ate here, the cocktail sauce was a little different. But the cocktail sauce, when we actually went there, well, you don't see the initial reaction. This is me trying to come back to the cocktail sauce. So go ahead and push play on that, Miles. I'll pick it up.
James, this is not your first rodeo. I can't believe you acting like a rookie.
Thank you.
Don't freeze.
Listen,
He done froze.
When he put that whole thing
Oh,
on there, I
no.
knew it was over.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Sheena with the sound effects.
Insane.
The shrimps were good. But that cocktail sauce, man, I'm telling you, it's not that it's spicy. It's the fact that it literally, it's like good. I can't tell you how, if I know or if I don't know, before it's what I heard. It's like good Coke. It just clears all your sinuses out. And like, I could imagine, like, if somebody went to St. Elmo's, like probably in the 80s, St. Elmo's had to be wild, right? Like St. Elmo's, you ate that and it cleared your sinuses, and now everything is able to just get inhaled a little bit better. But yeah, so that was St. Elmo's is where it goes down. We had Angelo. I'm gonna hit my barber up tomorrow, more than likely. I'm gonna go see him. But it's also other things that just the simple things in life absolutely amaze me. So Miles, check that check that out, the next one, the next video, Miles. Like, they got these little push to start water fountains. And everybody's like, why are you amazed by a water fountain? And I'm like, I just like water. Unlike so it's just the difference. We have water available almost everywhere here too. Steve, you go get some coffee. You'll grab me one. All right. There's water readily available at the combine. So we're out here sipping water, sipping beverages, living our best lives. Go ahead, push that. You push play on that, Miles?
Ain't no way you amazed. Oh, I thought you were about to raise your pinky.
It's the finer things in life, man. That's just what I've grown accustomed to in my old age. But what is the combine about? The combine is as much about seeing the next generation of NFL athletes as it is about networking and seeing some of everybody. I've seen my teammate Ernie Sims. We talked about doing Dope Boy. The Dope Boy is interview. He's trying to get on with the NFL franchise. I saw Martin Mayhew. Martin Mayhew, for those who don't know, was the first person from my high school to attend Florida State, and he's a long-time front office person in the NFL. I probably try to get him on Dope Boys too, because I'm curious like what it's like to be able to get into that position. I'm also interested in I'm also gonna go meet with Dave Caldwell, former Jags GM, assistant GM for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I see my guy Brian Barfield, Big Rush Sports. What up, my dog? Just talking to people, talking about doing an AFC South show, really discussing about doing those things. Luke, those Miami guys literally just, it's cool. I can't wait to see him. I do want to see what Williams does, and I want to see what Cam Kitchens does. I'm sorry I couldn't get up yesterday. Like, it was too early. They did them first thing in the morning. But today was dope. So Brian Barfield, you go here, you meet. That's why I always we joke about Sheena and a lot of the other people, but it's really cool to see these people. It's like a family reunion. It's like a holiday for us. You only see this so many times a year. So now you get these guys, you get your people, and like you get them on them, man. Like, I see my guy from I got Mookie who covers the Buffalo Bills. Good people. We got a new nickname. We got Sheena's J. What do we call it? Little Rolex, a little bit. She's, as we keep calling her all young nicknames. Actually, though, real talk. Besides being, this is how I know I'm getting old, right? I'm getting old because people, as a man, we're supposed to say a woman's fine, right? I can't call a woman the same age as my daughter, or just a slightly. I think, what is she? 22. So she's a year younger. No, what am I? I'll be 40. I don't know, when I was 18. Yeah, so she's the same age as my daughter. I can't call a girl fine that's the same age as my daughter. She's adorable. That's a good right, Steve? She's adorable. She's absolutely adorable. Like dead the fuck serious. So but linking with these people, seeing these different people do their different things, and linking people with 1010 Excel. Shout out to my homegirl Mio, bro. I'm actually stealing their property. We're Columbus right now. I did not feel like going all the way back up to the media. I am on Radio Row. I planted. Don't believe me? I said, "Fuck y'all. This is Den Media Group now. This is no longer. We discovered it on the first day of the rest of White History Year. The black man has discovered a Radio Row spot. Should I have to hit them up here in a second? Yeah. So going on to the next thing, Miles. Shout out to fan of this. We're of this person. There's a Gators. Oh nah, she's like everybody's like, so AR's got his old lady pregnant, his fiance pregnant. I'm big on that. I'm not even talking about it's some weirdo came up and said, AR is a first round player, and that's the type of woman that he chose. Like, fuck does that mean, man? I hate some of you weirdos, man. Like, some of y'all really my balls itch, man, and it's a bad thing. This young lady is beautiful. She's glowing, and pregnancy does some stuff, man. Hey, marriage is a covenant that does not have to be. Luke said out of marriage sex. Marriage is a covenant that does not have to be contractually bound by government. So like that man shot her club up, and hey, luckily he's gonna be blessed. Follow up here. One of the things that we love doing with the shows. Remember, we have video that we will not. Excuse me, we will not show the video because I think that's fucking up my whole thing right now. The Keon Coleman thing is up for those who are members. Watch after you're done with this show. Don't watch right now. Yeah, they gotta post some other shit. Hold on. It was crazy. That's only 5 fucking minutes, and it took that long. That's wild. Yeah, that's not going to fly. Every year we upgrade. We're gonna find something new. I'm gonna get it figured out. Never underestimate never underestimate my ability to figure it out. But we have so we found out it's not Top Flight. Steve actually has the video that it's Top Shelf, right? Top it has a video of TSP and Cam Newton going into their fisticuffs. Still a very weird situation. I am still not going to. I still team Cam, but there's some other different things. But they decided that they wanted to make a stake, and they've gone on here's the real reason why I'll never be on their side. And shout out to them for training Jaheim Bell. That too. They're training Jaheim Bell. Team gave them major props. So outside of just being tossed outside of the club as grown men, they are pretty good at their stuff. And then part of the whole concept of why they used to work with Cam Newton because they were wide receiver footwork coaches that had motion, and they're out of Miami.
Out of Atlanta.
So then how are they training Jaheim in Miami? So they just go down back and forth to South Florida. So they work in South Florida. They're based out of Miami. Basically, these motherfuckers just fucking bitches. You can't lie to me. You ain't around your family. Ain't no man getting money that much away from their family and ain't getting no vagina. So lots of your pastor, you got to lie to me. Speculation on our part on the media group. But they released a statement. They've done the podcast network series. I don't like the podcast part. I don't like statements. This statement is not bad. On behalf of Top Shelf Performance, we would like to completely apologize for our actions earlier in getting beyond our character. We are deeply concerned about the recent incident involving Cam Newton, and our thoughts are all affected. Violence has no place in our community, and we only condemn any of aggression. At Top Shelf Performance, we are committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment for anyone associated with our organization. Our values are centered around respect and collaboration, and making sure every kid and player thrives to be better surround us. We take any deviation from those principles seriously. We are actively addressing this matter internally and working towards a resolution that aligns with our commitment to creating a positive space for our team and clients. We appreciate your understanding and want to reassure our community that something like this will never happen again. We remain dedicated to upholding the highest standards of professionalism and integrity, and will continue to help and grow with the players in the community. Let me just say this. Cooler heads should have prevailed. And I personally think that they have this wrong. They did not show the problem is they didn't show enough aggression, a commitment to the aggression. So the aggression was shown to them getting not no ass whooping. People got to stop with the ass whooping part because fists weren't thrown. Chokes were happening. Somebody was choked, and then somebody was picked up and moved. Technically, it's kidnapping. If we're being honest with you, when you're taken from one area to the other one by the letter of the law against your will, that's kidnapping. Kidnap the motherfucker. Kidnap two grown men like that should have been able to fight a little bit more, un poquito, if you will. But they're doing that. I'm going to Harvard Blue says Cam spoke out his part. I am interested in hearing what Cam had to say about it, but what I'm more interested in hearing from is Cam's hat and how did Cam's hat stay in place. There's no dents. Having a friend like Ken Hamlin who wears top hats for a living, like they take those hats seriously, man. Like you don't want to get no like it's not like your was it not 5150? Or is that what it is? The 51 the fitted caps. I didn't want to get it confused with the comedian show. But with the 5150, those things. Some people like to bend those and you can torque those, but man, boom. Find out. Nah, Cam might have been diddling a little bit, Luke. But I'm going to the next one, that mouse. Click on the next thing that we got. Because we're going to get into a little bit of draft talk since we haven't had. We'll get more heavy draft talk later today. Hold on. I don't even know what we're looking at right now. Oh, we talked about this before a year ago. The Freaknik documentary, all upstanding women in the city of Atlanta that are now terrified. But play to this. I can't wait for this. The Freaknik documentary is going to be amazing. Grew up hearing rumors of Freaknik. It definitely could not happen in today's environment. Not with the Me and the +1 or whatever the hell everybody's doing right now. And also with the LGBTQTCBYs, you have no idea who's what, and it would not go. But play this on the Freaknik documentary.
To have some fun.
Atlanta is the mecca for Black people in America.
It has multiple historically Black colleges.
In the 80s,
we said, let's plan a picnic during spring break.
let's call it Freaknik.
Freaknik was the greatest Black gathering in America.
It was like an entry point into the Black cultural experience.
To be able to be in the middle of the street, dancing, laughing, playing your music, it's a moment. The interstate, the highway, was a street party.
There wasn't even a word called twerking. It was called booty shaking.
There wasn't no social media, barely had internet.
During Freaknik, stars start coming in. You would see Tupac, Goody Mob, Outkast, Usher Raymond. I don't know what heaven looks like, but this seems like a version of it.
You was lit, okay?
The legacy of Freaknik is Black joy, Black self-determination,
Black love, Black excellence, Black enterprise.
But the legacy of Freaknik is also the ugly side.
It started to get a lot more out of control. People were coming by the masses.
What the hell just happened? If you tried to bring back Freaknik, it wouldn't be what it was.
The streets, the people, the debauchery.
The things that I saw, insane.
We had no inclination to the depth that we were creating.
Them kids ain't know nothing about Freaknik.
Did they do a Freaknik self-help? Is that what I just saw? Some old ass people in a circle, like a reunion, like the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion for Freaknik? For my pilgrims that are watching this show, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Freaknik was just amazing. But this is why I always tell people keep saying shit like these kids these days are out of control, like Freaknik didn't happen. Like Black college, like Adrian saying she's safe from Freaknik. Like there wasn't Black Bikers Week, Black College Spring Break in Daytona. Like there wasn't like the Myrtle Beach thing. Like there wasn't 1,000 different ones, man. Get out of here, man. Women been twerking and with Luke been there, they've been throwing that ass in a circle. Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. They've been doing a lot of this stuff since well before I was there. It's biblical. Since Bathsheba was out there twerking after she was taking a bath, tempting David. Hoes been shaking their ass, and dudes been chasing hoes. That's part of the problem. Again, it's safer to do what I did the other day and chase your liquor than to chase these hoes. So, but yeah, so just a lot. I love doing the things that just show a full circle, bringing it back. But let me tell you this: there are some exciting whites here. I know we're talking about Freaknik and the colors, but man, this draft. We'll talk about the draft first, but we talk about here. Oh, never mind. Miles, put this up here because we got somebody lying. Light-skinned women lie. I don't even know what she says. But EMAC is you know, that's EMAC. My homegirl EMAC is like little bit. She probably was like but EMAC got a grown woman, but she's still not packing. But she's good. She's like in her 40s, but keep everything's she might be. No, I ain't gonna put your age out there. EMAC is a vintage, but she's light skinned, and so that means she's cold hearted, and so that's why she couldn't. The real reason she couldn't go to Freaknik is because she's light skinned, and she would have been and destroyed someone's ego. She says, "I never went to Freaknik. It was a wild time, and I knew better. Dudes would rip clothes off of you, and the mob mentality was crazy." Yeah, that is fair. But talk about this show about bringing coaches together. Nothing brings coaches together than going against what Dr. Umar Johnson has said we should do. And I saw one. I almost got us a 2030. Wait, no, we've been 20. What are we in 2024 now? So 18 years would have been 2042. I almost got us a 2053 offensive line prospect. Flat, big footed white girl. She was about 6'3", 6'4", no heels, just looked like she could produce a specimen. And it looks like Tyreek Hill is doing that as well. He's got some exciting whites. So Tyreek Hill is being sued for assault and negligence by who claims she broke her leg when he charged at her during a backyard football drill. Sophie Hall claims she managed to hold her own and knock him backwards during football drills, which made him angry. Then the hit by Hill knocked her to the ground, caused her leg to break, and per her lawsuit. Now, this is a white woman that would breed you some specimens. That's a thick hip. But that's not the one. If we go to the video, Miles, the next one. Now, this is the futility, and this is why men say women deserve less. Because you decided that you wanted to play tackle football. Like, I just want people to realize this. She decided that she wanted to play tackle football against an NFL football player. It is not happy with the results in which happened. You know what this is like? This is like this. Shout out to Harvard Blue. Appreciate that, my brother. Starting off the month with $10. This is like that poster where it says Jane was drunk. John was drunk. Jane and John had sex. Jane could not consent because she was drunk. It always leaves out the fact that John was drunk and then John had consent. But this is why I say I'm liable to believe her, which is why most men are liable to believe, because we don't believe in Belle Biv DeVoe. A lot of you are too young to know what that is, but you can't trust a big butt and a smile, especially from a pilgrim, because we don't know. But let's go ahead and push play on that video. Or is it a picture? I thought it was a video.
To go get a bag of the lethal. I'll be undressed in the bra all see-through. While you count your juice, think.
You just go a little bit to the side. That's all. I'm just saying, like, you know what? Damn it, maybe Ty did it. Tyreek might have done this shit. God damn. That is but I need to know, is this GMO or is this that's non-GMO? That's certified organic?
Non-organic.
Oh, no. So that is GMO. It is GMO. Okay, well, never mind. This GMO stuff is getting out of control, man. She's got some yams, man. That's definitely a Charlie Wilson. Can I get to the yams moment? At her waist in her midsection. You know she's had some work done to her, but you gotta push the rest of the play on that, Miles. But like, she's trying to get money. She's milking it. But what's funny is she's not missing the chance to show her ass with a broken leg. But she's an OnlyFans person. But the biggest thing, right, is, ladies, I want y'all to understand. Play silly games, you're gonna get silly prizes. Fuck around to find out is real in life. Don't challenge pro athletes to bouts. Like saying, "Oh, me and Mike Tyson were slapboxing." Bad shit might happen if you try to slapbox Mike Tyson. I'm just saying. Going forward, more exciting whites are here at the combine. We had, push this other one, Miles. I don't know if this is her, but this makes me want. I already like her, but man, I'm telling you now, these white girls, my sisters. All I'm saying is, we coming for country music. We're gonna be immersed in a nurture. And if this is what's going around, I need y'all to get these $500 first dates. We're not gonna have to have passport bros. We're just gonna have to go. We're gonna call them cross the rail track bros, railroad track bros. We're just gonna go across the railroad tracks. I want my sisters to win. I want everybody to find love. What I'm saying is, some people aren't competing fair. Some people ain't fighting fair. What was your natural assets? You're allowing to go get out of line. Going back to Cam Newton made a wild ass statement with another bipolar athlete. And Cam Newton, I'll just let y'all listen to what Cam said. As he was talking about, I think he shouldn't have said more. He said, name another NFL athlete that's impacted the community more than I did. And I think he should have expounded on it a little bit. Name another NFL athlete that's affected the 7-on-7 or football community, because I think this. And now, secondly, in my old age, I don't know if it's the fashion part and the suits. I'm starting to like some of Cam's fits, but push play right now. Let's just hear what him and another guy was talking about.
Legendary time.
Name me another NFL athlete that impacted the community more than I did.
There's been a lot of guys, Cameron Newton,
that came through my 707 program. This is what I say.
For Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, Bo Nix, George Pickens, like Cam Sutton.
Why don't you start an agency?
But, I don't want nothing from the kids. That's the thing. I'm putting them on game. I've spent time, money, effort, energy to make sure that them at 15, 16 years old, bro, it's like, bro, this is how you're supposed to do it when you get in my position.
How much money?
I'm not talking about money.
Man, just give me a ballpark. Give us a ballpark how much you've invested.
Put it like this. I've been doing this for 15 years now. We have a tournament coming up this weekend. I'm going to spend $25,000. We have around 8 to 9 tournaments this year. You do the math. Around $250,000 every year is invested in these kids. They try to make me out to be a bitter football player, but not knowing, like, bro, I'm really giving time, effort, and energy. These kids are staying at my house.
Legendary time.
Name me another NFL athlete.
So again, like I said, I think, and Lou's have a good point. We're done. There's plenty of athletes who have done more for the community than Cam Newton, but I don't think those guys have done for the modern day athlete. He just named some of the guys that have come through his program. $250,000 is a lot of money. Personally, I think we should probably be spending $250,000 getting mama's houses, helping people clean up their taxes, doing different stuff like that. But these 7-on-7 tournaments are unfortunately not only the devil, but they're very expensive things people have to be a part of and do. So I think it's cool. Cam is doing his thing, but I also think Cam might be serving there. As we're teaching these guys the game, we need to teach them that the locker room must be a sacred place. Apparently, nothing is sacred anymore. Fights happen in football, guys. It shouldn't happen, but it's actually no safer. I've actually told my son one time he wanted to get in a fight with a team. I said it's the safest place that you can enact. You can whoop somebody's ass or get your ass whooped, and nobody's gonna let them kill you. So it's typically done. You get the aggression out. But there was a fight. You're not supposed to film this stuff, and you're not supposed to post it to media. And here are two big boys that can't fight. One, they can't throw no punches. They just big. Buddy gets slammed. That ain't optimal. But let's just show that. We'll show the Kentucky footage. Just haymakers, wild swings, fatherless generation. Just like the crazy part is here, boom, automatically just there's a good video of somebody Kimbo Slice how to effectively punch somebody, and everybody always wants to telegraph the punch. They always want to go wide, right? The thing is just here, you don't even put a momentum's coming forward, and it's hard to when you're coming in a straight line, it's hard to gauge that. It's kind of the same with football. When you're blocking, you're not going to come here. You want to boom, punch right there. But again, a lot of people are learning these things. Fights happen. Fights are actually a part of a healthy culture. Unfortunately, these guys can't fight. And that's the sad part, is that we got a generation of kids that can't. And I blame social media because I listen to a lot of people talk shit on social media, and I know for a fact that them motherfuckers can't fight. Just by the trash talk they talk. Because if they could, their chin would have been tapped a little bit more. But but that's coming from a guy who used to love to fight. Really interesting thing from the combine. The NIL, name, image, and likeness, really bad rap. But is name, image, and likeness real football, or is it helping college football? Well, 1-3 reported. There are only 54 underclassmen in this year's NFL draft class. Now, previous years over we had triple that number. We've had 200 some years. We've had a lot of numbers, but right now there are only 54 underclassmen. This draft class, NIL and the transfer portal are actually helping keep talent in football. Now let's look at where the game actually doesn't benefit. Think about men's college basketball. Men's college basketball is suffering because there are no superstars. There are nobody that you actually want to get into. And look at where it's at in name, image, and likeness is actually helping. Women's college basketball. Women's college basketball is entirely more exciting than men's college basketball. You have superstars. You have a superstar coach in South Carolina. You've got Bay, LSU, and her crew. You've got Caitlin Clark. You've got a whole bunch of people that you can actually go in and watch. Whereas in basketball, you're one and done. There's nothing keeping you around to be able to build it up. Between 2016 to 2022, an average of 115 players left early for the NFL draft. A lot of guys used to leave early, even knowing they probably weren't going to get drafted. So we all know about guys coming in, about stuff that even some of the popular guys that are going to be at the combine here are all guys that would have we would have that thought about and considered coming back for another year. It's I'm trying to think, how many draft picks are there? There are 259 NFL draft picks. Of the 259, think of an average of 150, so almost half of the players every year were underclassmen. So now you shut it, you cut it, you chop that in half to damn near a fourth. Less than 25% of the people entering the draft are underclassmen. That means most of these people have been here. They're more developed. They're bigger. They have these things. They're better questions that you can ask them. It's a good overall product. But one of the things I always tell people, when faced with different information, you have to change what your expectations and what your thoughts are. It's clearly better than it was. It's only not exciting because the people that you used to think shouldn't get paid actually are getting paid now. So, yeah, that's that. Going into the combine, they're actually underclassmen, ironically. They're considering not throwing. After last year, we saw Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, damn, I forgot the other name, banana biting boy, Will Levis. We saw these guys put on a show with their throwing. Caleb Williams, he made, Jaden Daniels are not throwing at the NFL Combine. A lot of shit, like I said, we talked about our one guy not going to the NFL Combine at all. Marvin Harrison hasn't been here at all. That would have been crazy. He would have took all the shot if Marvin Harrison would have been here. Didn't even pull up. Yeah, he didn't go. He didn't do the podium or anything. Did he?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. The pouch is in my pocket. No, it's in one of these pockets. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. But like the combine, there's going to be a lot of excitement, but the quarterback stuff is going to leave something to be desired, which means that the wide receivers may not look as great. And the part of it is too is it gives you less people to pick you apart. The guy that everybody's picking apart right now is the lefty from Washington, Mike Penix. And they're so do it at your pro day where you're comfortable, where you get a chance to create the throws, create the scenarios. Again, Anthony's thing when he performed had nothing to do with him. He just wanted to go and show how much of a physical specimen and freak he was compared to everybody else. And he actually outperformed CJ Stroud, but CJ Stroud is the much better NFL quarterback up to this point, if you ask my opinion. But before we get into that, yesterday, Brock Bowers, in a similar situation, we had McConkey just literally taking over the room. Like everybody was over there. But the Florida State guys held their own. And trust me, there was a ton of crowds with Jaheim Bell, who went the same as Brock Bowers. There was a crowd with Keon Coleman, who went the same time as McConkey. But I think that's because those are exciting whites. We ain't never seen much like that. let me tell you about this pilgrim that was at was it Peyton Williams, I think, from NC State. I have the video. Huh? Peyton Wilson. I think we got the video of that. We'll get into that, but let's click on these no's that went wild. So Jared Verse, and again, I want you guys to go check out the audio of Verse. It should be, some of it's there, but he did a 10-set broad jump, that is, and a 35 in the vertical. That is crazy. That's crazy. Scout D says he's got a strength, size, speed to power, explosive first step, but he doesn't have the elite bend and agility. They're comparing him to Kayvon Thibodeau. And one place that I don't think he's that. Some guys have him as the number 14 person on the board. I personally think what he did with the 40 probably helps put him into the top 10. But the person who really had the day, again, exciting whites, is Braden Fisk. This motherfucker is crazy. Like, he looks the part. Lil Bubba Sparks looks amazing. And in comparison to the other people that were around him. So you got Leonard, who didn't look amazing at all. Leonard Taylor just is built like a badass little kid. Like, the little fat boys that always into something, they always eat the snacks and shit. That's what Leonard Taylor is built like. But I'm going to just show the Braden Fisk film. Look at this. This is how you start off. Push that play on that, Miles. Quick, right there, Miles. Now, everybody wants to pick on the fat boy right there. But realize that boy's 366 pounds. Sweat in the back. I'm drafting Sweat. That's a lot of man move a long way. He probably didn't need to run that far. But Braden Fisk is a lot more relaxed. And the dude is just really, really good. Now let's watch how he does bag drills. Now, what you want to see is just pure, unadulterated violence, which I happen to love. So it's the next video, Miles. Boom. Now, I want you to watch that back. Can we slow that down a little bit, Miles? And then they section through the drill. Now watch it. Did you see my man look like he got slapped? Did he? That's when this is where you get encouraged to do a little silly shit like that. And watch the coach. It went with him. But yeah, Yolanda, he did say it when he finished that drill. That's when he knew he ran something. Personally, I don't think he should have ran again. Looking at Brandis as a prospect, they have him on the RAS State, the relative athletics. He has a 9.92 out of 10. So he's damn near a perfect prospect. Like, we have that. I think we have you have. It's the next tweet. I mean, just breaking down his 40, because again, the 40 itself doesn't to a D tackle. But here's what does mean: the 10-yard split, 1.68. That's really, really good. The 20-yard split, he had 10.8, 20 yard. That's crazy how he closed his last 20 yards. That 20-yard split should have been a little bit lower. But typically, you want about 275 to 26 if you're a skill player. He's up there, relatively speaking, for where he's at. 33.5-inch vertical, 9'9" broad jump at 292, 6'4". He's not as big as I thought they would, but still, nonetheless, really, really good player. Can't speak enough about how dope of a day Fisk had. Short shuttle, 4.37. People want to put in perspective Aaron Donald, another guy. His only real knock is that he has little arms. He got the little T-Rex arms in comparison to everybody else. but I don't really think that's a bad thing. But we got tons of audience asked a lot of questions, but I wanted to get Jaheim Bell. I was going to put Jaheim Bell talking about the impact of Mike and Jordan Travis. A lot of people aren't really standing. Oh, again, the transfer portal doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. But what is Mike Norvell's impact? Well, here's what Mike Norvell's impact from the mouth of somebody who came to Mike Norvell.
He got hurt and he was still at practice every day. And that meant a lot to him. Just having him on the sideline at practice, having him at the Florida game, the ACC championship game, just having him on the sideline, that meant a lot to us.
A lot of negative things have been said about the transfer portal, but obviously you utilized it to the best of your ability. Talk about why you chose Florida State and what Mike Norvell actually said to you to make you be able to choose Florida State over other SEC schools or other schools.
The reason why I chose Florida State, I was only talking to two schools. It was Florida State, USC. And I felt like I wanted to be around another great quarterback like Spencer Rattler. Caleb Williams and Jordan Travis were the two guys that stood out to me. It came down to him and Coach Norvell. It meant a lot. Coach Norvell, see the realness in him, just the words that he was saying, but I just felt it. When I feel those type of things, I feel like I need to make the move to 13. That's what we did.
So as you can hear again from a guy who's there, more stuff like that is uploaded as we speak to the hopefully one day it'll get up on our channel. I'm very aggravated by that, but we're gonna leave you guys again with another exciting wipe. We're gonna see a couple of days. Cooper from Iowa is gonna probably break all kinds of stereotypes and all kinds of different things. But Peyton Wilson, and the man looked like the Passion of the Christ. Like, yeah, that just got the beard growing out, the hair is looking bad, looking mangly. But man, this boy went down there and he was a good linebacker for Atlanta State. Really good linebacker. A 4.44 out there. And really, I believe he's the one who made the guy go fast. But let's just watch, man. I think, as I joke with my sisters, we're losing our advantage because we're losing recipes. Women are trying to go, our sisters are trying to get back, and they're losing the femininity. Brothers, it's a gang of white boys out here that's running faster every year, man. It's getting terrifying, man. The things that we used to be, we had people, we're losing recipes. Watch this boy skedaddle. Boom, pop. Ooh. So, all right, go back real quick. So, things that we want, what we want in our 40-yard dash, right? So, push, play, first step. So, we're going to get the start right there. Pause. Never mind. Go back a little. Just run it back. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. So we got, you want 1 yard between 1 to about 1.5 on your first step. If you go back and we watch Braden Fisk, he got out the blocks, but he got a good cover, good ground. And then after this, that man was just running like he was running like it was somebody down there that he had to tether on. Go push play. This is crazy. This is fast, slow down. This is why I always tell somebody, I don't believe kids when they say they run a 4. Got it. I've seen it enough times. This brother right here was moving. We're gonna see we're gonna see McConkey go out here run sub 4 probably. We're gonna see Brett Bowers run fast. We're gonna see Cooper run fast. We're gonna see a lot of guys that are doing some things that we didn't genetically possible. And again, it's getting terrifying. You need to go find you what's the name of the group? The Service Pro, not the TSP.
Top Shelf.
Top Shelf. You need to go see some Top Shelf performance. You need to go join. Stop doing all this. What you know? What Peyton doesn't? Probably didn't do 7-on-7. I don't remember. Did McConkey? Do we know where McConkey is from? He do a 7-on-7? But it was rookie in the league before. But he got that the natural genetics. It's trained versus untrained. That's what it's starting to become now, guys. We're gonna have one. We got our exciting our cold pilgrim. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. At the end of all this, I'm gonna come up with my award for the combine. Cap award for the combine. Cold ass pilgrim. Right now, Peyton's a cold ass pilgrim. He is looking good for this right now. But again, Jared, we talked about Jared Verse. Jared Verse ran a 4.59. Braden Fisk ran a 4.78. Nephew went out there, ran a 4.5. Saw the run a 4.47. Said, "No, I will not be outdone." And then he ran his 4.7, which ran his 4.47. I may or may not have shot. That's all I needed to see, nephew. And then we're out of here because that's the only person we came to see. Mama Deloach was literally sitting there front row with looking like a church mother, ready. Pop Deloach had a smile ear to ear. Was dope. Was ready. We wanted to have. We got food.
Pastries or some macaroons. I know we probably made try it through the shrimp cocktail. So we're back with redemption.
What's a macaroni?
Macaroon?
What is a macaroon?
It's like two.
Cookie.
Yeah,
It's like a much more fancier.
which one? We got
And you said you got a
No
puff
less.
pastry.
Yeah.
All right. You said what, Moms?
Let us see.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Oh, was it supposed to move?
Yeah, it has a little cookie on the end.
So it's a cookie.
You can take it and bite it. Just like
Right. So I did that yesterday, and y'all almost cleared my. Killed me.
this is our redemption.
This isn't gonna kill me. All right. And which one is this?
That's a vanilla puff pastry.
The vanilla puff pastry. All right. I'm gonna eat this live. Is the strawberry one good? Oh, where is this at? This is all that on Harriet?
Bakery is where it's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overall thoughts? Okay.
Did you get a macaron? What does a macaron look like? I can't even think. I don't know what this. My bad. I'm from the hood. We don't eat macaroons. We don't eat macaroons in the hood. I don't even know. I only know about this from the Food Network channel, where the puff pastry is. Oh no. Strawberry one is where it's at. But the vanilla's too. It's crazy. It's like not overly sweet. You supposed to have coffee with this or something? Like if I feel like I drink coffee or something, I'm supposed to have something with this. Good right here, man. That's breakfast right there. I didn't even have to get breakfast. No, I'm not gonna hold y'all. When they said you want a macaroon, I thought that was a slur. Call me no macaroon, man. What the hell's a macaroon, man? But they have pastries to use context. Like I thought a macaroon is what Italians call the Italian racial slur for black people. But anyways, man. We'll have some more stuff, more coverage. Just wanted to come and get some BS. Lee Whites. Wait a minute. Oh man. You got some stuff on ship? You got pictures or just you got audit? Damn. White boy been whipping our ass for 4 years, man, for 3 years. Man, I'm so glad Will Shipley gone. We'll post some pictures of Will Shipley. I gotta find some of the audio. I'm so glad he's gone. Like breaking all kinds of stereotypes. Nothing I like more than a fast white boy. Damn, it's too. One thing we did learn, shit, might as well tell Sheena to give me her. We got the FSU guys. So one thing you're gonna know is this. Be careful, guys. Would have loved to have gotten more. We got a little bit of Pierce. We got Pierce audio though, right? So we got Pierce on. He was exciting. No hate. White boy was. Ricky Pearson was put our ass in the beginning of the game last year. So we got some of those guys, man. We'll stay tuned to the please friend for him. Uploading stuff to members only first. We will see you guys probably a little bit later, I'll be doing some looking at the video. We want links of the interviews, so we'll be breaking down the interviews of our guys. Oh man, Caleb Williams showed up here, trying to make people think it's business. What's my guy's name? Luke's over here saying that I'm not a Caleb Williams apologist. Here's what I do. When people I know train somebody and they tell me something, I listen to the experts. I am not a guy who is going to go against what experts or personal experience. I happen to know the guys who are training Caleb Williams, but they did not tell me that Caleb's out here looking like a dude whose mother was going to slap out of him because his hair is unkept. Like, none of that stuff. I may be going on the train of I don't trust Williams and I think he needs to slide down the draft boards. But here's why. I don't trust a black dude that doesn't keep up with his edges. He doesn't look like the Republican blacks. Like, the ones who just look like they have their hair cut low, but a black barber because they don't keep their hair like that shit caped up. But he just looks like he's rolled out of bed and said, I'm finna fuck around and do this shit. And that's just not cool. I look a little clean. I ain't gonna say Jay Trav looked a little tired. Like, oh, you know what? They probably fucked that foot up. It's like it's a foot feel. Because I tell you what, my shoulder surgery 2 years before, so when I did the combine, and man, they put my shoulder in all kinds of different angles, and they was like, "How's your shoulder feel?" I said, "Does it hurt?" I said, "Shit, it felt good before you started turning it all kinds of different ways." Then they said that was a knock on me, it was my shoulder. But all that being said, very exciting time here. Hopefully, we'll be able to. Each year we've done this, we've been able to expand it. Shout out to Steve for coming up and getting the video, SB Productions, getting the video, getting the audio. The hard is trying to get all of this shit uploaded and different things like that. Maybe next year we'll continue to expand it. Try to make sure outside of the all-in package, but really try to come here. But again, it's a lot. The NFL Combine, the NFL is a machine. It's dope. Other than that, it's a pretty good. Everything's you saw with the Super Bowl as well as a couple weeks ago. You see what the combine's like. Only thing I won't be doing is the draft because I have to be home in Jacksonville and do some draft coverage for the Jags. But we doing more stuff here, man. But I've had a great time. I appreciate everybody's support. Continue to grow the channel. Would love to not be at 620 for too much longer. The goal is to try to get to 6,000 and continue to grow and push everything. So as always, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.